demonstration of the demobilization procedures of the USAR team. 11 o'clock in the morning, Ramenskoye airfield. The rescuers are busy loading the equipment into the Ilyushin-76 aircraft. There are 3 of them in the airfield. A real flight was not planned in the AEC exercise, but loading and unloading the equipment, transportation to the base of operation should be carried out at a full scale. The foreign guests were especially interested in the process of loading rescue BO-105 helicopter into one of the Ilyushin-76 aircraft. The ability of a helicopter at Centrospa's disposal allows starting the arsenal reconnaissance of the affected area right upon arrival into the emergency area. The project named Global Radius has already been widely recognized as very useful.
I think looking at the vast resources that EMERCOM has, I mean from the fleet of vehicles, the field hospital, you're looking at a team that is totally self-reliant, even their air transport resources. You know, this is something that not many teams in the world can speak about, and I think EMERCOM has that asset, which is definitely an asset to the affected country.
12 o'clock in the afternoon, the USAR team goes through the imitated immigration, customs and veterinary control in Calabria airport. Every small thing and every procedure in the work of rescues is important. Everything has been carefully checked and double-checked. The west lobby of the main Centrospa's building was temporarily turned into the area of immigration, customs and veterinary control of the Republic of Calabria. Centrospa's personnel, who were off-duty, very well played the role of customs and immigration officers. 1 p.m. EMERCOM training ground in Noginsk. Today, it's the territory of an independent state of Calabria. According to the legend, an 8 magnitude earthquake hit the country. Offices, residential and public buildings are damaged. The roads are blocked by the ruin of the collapsed buildings. Local hospitals were not operational. Industrial enterprises are also damaged. All communications in the region are cut off. The expected number of casualties is in the hundreds, if not thousands. The injured are in thousands as well. Thousands of the residents lost their homes. It should be noted that not all kinds of work, technologies and capabilities of our team were assessed during the exercise. The assessment was limited to the earthquake response-related aspects. The checklist did not include the assessment of some of the operations important from our point of view. We talked about it back in 2005. So, some scenarios were not accessed officially, but to a great degree they helped to better understand our USAR team capabilities. During the discussion of the results of the IEC, the classifiers agreed that increasing the number of the demonstrated technologies will eventually promote improvement of the level and range of requirements to the SAR teams and will encourage their capacity building. Next year, the Russian Federation, as the chairman of the INSARAG regional group, will pay special attention to this issue. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. In accordance with all international standards and by the agreement with local authorities, Centrospa's base of operation is set up on the island. There are several tens of fully equipped models, dwelling models, a kitchen, own power supply, and of course the field hospital with 2 operating theaters, trade and inpatient departments, for the several injured victims. A base of operation of this kind can operate self-sufficiently for more than 2 weeks. And so the operation began. It continued at daytime and at night, on land and in the water, in smoke and in the dust. More than 30 hours of hard thought and honest work. Everything that could happen in the emergency situation was simulated at the training ground. Being constantly watched by the classifiers, the rescuer penetrated into the voids, gained access to the victim located by search dogs, extricated live victims and dead bodies from under the debris with the help of special equipment, evacuated them out of the area of the accident at the chemical plant and from the roof of the high-rising building, from railway carriages and subway cars. New injects that are not provided in the initial scenario were constantly introduced by the IEC team members. For example, at one of the work sites, a rescuer was seriously injured during SAR operation. He was evacuated to the Central Spas Field Hospital by helicopter, where he was rendered medical aid. All rescue victims were also handed over the hospital. In order to complicate the situation, the classifiers changed the initial diagnosis and watched the activities of the medical personnel who coped with all injects.
No, we are testing the teams more or less in the same circumstances. The INSARAG guidelines and the international classification is building on a set of skills that we want the team to have, and we are testing against those skills. We're trying to do it in a neutral way, so that we somehow shouldn't, it's not our like and dislike, but it's against those procedures and against those descriptions of skills that we have set into the external classification system.
Might seem that all work sites at the training ground did not differ much from the ordinary ones, but it only seemed to be so. A pile of the debris was suddenly found behind a wooden pile, which looked quite ordinary. There were 2 large slabs behind a thin concrete wall, and on the X-ray view where the reinforcement was located in these slabs. And the rescuers struggled with the difficult circumstances. In one case with a punching unit, in another case with a chainsaw, and sometimes with the most powerful concrete cutter with water cooling system. It should be noted that the INSARAG Secretariat has provided us assistance concerning many issues. We would like to express our gratitude to our mentor, Mr. Perks. Many thanks to the guys from Finland, Poland, USA and other countries for their participation in the exercise and for their great help.
It's a very good event. I served as the mentor for EMERCOM for this event through INSARAG. So it was my deep pleasure to be able to work more intimately with the administration of EMERCOM to prepare for this event. I think they've done it very proudly for EMERCOM. I think again it reflects very highly on the professionalism of the people who are a part of EMERCOM. So it's always a great pleasure to be here.
INSARAG external classification has a whole range of additional positive points. First, it is a good simulation for the self-perfection of USAR teams. Like sportsmen trained before an important competition, USAR teams mobilize additional internal resources before AEC. Second, it is an excellent opportunity for the international experience exchange. All persons who participated in IEC have a common opinion that INSARAG managed to develop a very effective mechanism by means of which various USAR teams learn from each other. It ensures general increase in rescuers' professionalism in a global scale, which is finally expressed in a large number of victims' lives rescued. July 1st, 2011. the home base of the State Central Air Mobile Rescue Team of EMERCOM of Russia in Zhukovsky. The decision concerning the fact that Centrospace has successfully undergone an INSARAG external classification exercise is made by IEC classifiers. Our Russian system of preparedness and response became internationally accepted by United Nations.